Being ordered at 18:30 hours. Be recognition of the public, and Ian is here for the film, and Mike is here for the reformer. Approval of minutes of the last meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
I just noticed one little itty bitty small typo, but I can correct the first page. His name's wrong.
Oh, Don Spencer's.
Donald. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Donald Spencer.
D capital O. I'll fix that.
FY14 authorizing pay rates.
Okay, you misspelled your name, but I figure we can just go around that.
This is for the pay raises.
Yep,
for everyone.
this is just to reflect the increase that's in the budget anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
We
there's
do
no,
this and
it's
then they
really
get
not
dropped
any,
in each file, yeah.
so we don't need
More
any
formality.
It's
action.
all,
Yeah.
it's all,
Nope.
It's all
moving.
good.
You can move to sign it if you'd like. Anybody want to do that?
I'd like to make the motion that we sign the pay rates for fiscal year 14.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Who moved the approval minutes?
I did.
Okay, good, thank you.
Windham County Humane Society revised contract services. The other day there was a bill came in for cats, and I said I don't think that we do cats. And so I called the Humane Society, and they said, well, yeah, you kind of do. And I said, well, the purpose of us dealing with you was to eliminate people picking up animals beside the road and taking them to the Humane Society. And say, hey, this is from Guilford. And she said, well, I'll redo the contract. But she has, and it states that they still can take animals, but they have to go through the animal control or
Our officer.
yeah, officer. Katie made a suggestion we might be better off to go with a flat fee, but
Weren't we gonna sort of
Yeah.
see how it went?
But we had the potential of having 3 cats in 1 week.
well, those two.
With, I want to say 5 for the month.
Mm.
So
Wow.
5. So I was thinking if
Taken
we're...
to the Humane Society,
Mhm.
not gone through our animal.
Right,
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and that's.
And the reason we wanted to go through our own animal
Mhm.
officers is because they may know, they may be
Mhm.
able to intervene and.
Mhm.
But also, too, anybody can drop a cat off and say, oh, I'm from Guilford.
Right, right.
And then we're on the hook
Mhm.
for
Yeah.
that when
Yeah.
they really need to get authorization through.
Mm-hmm.
in,
Okay.
in the new contract, read
Good.
that.
Good. So do we need a motion to sign the amended contract?
Yeah, and let's keep in mind the flat fee and go ahead and do the contract this time and see how it works.
And is the contract for the year? We could come back to it if we,
I
I mean, I'm
hope
gonna
so.
guess it's really
Well,
only a summer issue, pretty much.
Yeah, and certain times a year.
Yeah.
You know, they're kittens, so
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was the thing I stressed. I said they have to go through.
Our animal control officers.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I thought that's what we agreed upon.
Animals may be relinquished by the animal control officer or police officer of the town.
keep reading.
Windham will accept stray animals from a citizen of the town during public open hours only with the approval of the animal intake number from the town officer. Approval can be in writing or on town letterhead, via email, or conveyed verbally over the phone to an authorized. So it should be, if they adhere to that, it should eliminate a lot of this.
Good. So I move that we sign the revised contract for services from Windham Humane Society.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Am I the authorized agent?
I would assume so.
Oh. All right.
Never assume, man.
What do you say about that?
Water lines.
Update.
This is just an
Update.
update. Sorry. We thought on Friday that there was a leak in the water line. There are two sections in the field that were wet. The first one was the outlet for the perimeter drains on the meter pit, and it's kind of daylighting, and the cows really like in the hot weather that they can get some relief there, so they're stomping around, and we're going to need to kind of figure out how to deal with that. That's not a problem. There was one about 30 feet from there where the water was bubbling up from underground. Brattleboro did a test on it. There was traces of chlorine in it, which made them think that it was the water line. They came out this morning and dug, and it was a small lead spring line that was originally, I think, for the Hannigan property.
Yeah.
Dick found it in the deed, the water rights, and when they put in the water line, they must have cut it and crimped it, and the crimp didn't hold, and it bubbled back up to the ground.
It's the water rights from Ed Higley's property that goes with the Hannigan property. It'll be there forever.
So did they re-crimp it? Did they?
They rolled it, crimped it, and then crimped it in two other places.
Okay.
But with the information that it's not permanent, it'll do the same thing probably again at some point. So
what needs to happen?
I think
Plug
the
it.
the property owner would kind of need to do something with
That
it.
being Ed? Or
Yeah,
Hannigan?
I think
No,
it's
it'd be Hannigan's.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Well, no, I think
whoever owns the field.
I think, or wherever it originates from,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I would think.
You could ask Ed to cut it off at the spring, but the water right's still going to be there.
Right.
Um,
But I think if it's cut off at the spring, then it will eliminate any problems on
Yeah.
Route 5.
yeah, it would be.
If it were to break and then swell or something like that in the winter, it could be a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Lead pipe has probably only been there 60, 70 years. But yeah, I guess you could ask Ed. Other than that, they could. put
So
it
the
out.
good news is there was no problem with the
Yeah.
water. And the
Correct.
bad news is that it could happen again.
Sure.
It probably will happen again.
Sure,
Okay.
but probably not in the near term. So,
Okay.
In terms of water line updates, I noticed Tanini is moving ahead with
Yep.
getting.
I've been in contact with Tanini and Del Greco about doggy daycare, trying to get them to, if they're going to make a connection, to do it before the paving project. So they are, I get them mixed up. I wanna say
Peter
maybe
Tanini and
Bob Del Greco.
Right.
I want to say it was Bob Del Greco met with contractors last week to, he's just waiting for estimates now, and they're going to get it done as quickly as possible.
Which one's in California? Not that it makes any
I
difference.
don't think either of them.
I think one of them is
I thought one was in Thetford and one was in.
Springfield. I thought somebody had moved out to
Well, they
California.
came to Springfield originally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't matter, but I'm
Wait,
just
she's got
curious.
it, but
I might
yeah.
have some. I might have their addresses actually.
You got the.
The wastewater permit came through somewhere in here. One is in Thetford and one is in Burlington.
Okay. that's just
Those are
where
where, but they could just be mailing addresses. But those are the addresses.
We were right once.
Once we were right.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
A lot of things.
Yeah.
And other than that, some people are starting to do the
to
work
go
to
in the
get hooked.
process.
Yeah.
Yeah. Highway general update. As far as I know, they are mowing roadsides and grading where possible, when possible.
Gravel.
No, yeah, actually,
All
this week they're graveling and doing all of the final FEMA work
FEMA
for
work,
Irene.
yeah,
So they're
yeah.
hauling
Okay,
lots
yeah.
of gravel
Yep.
for the 3 or 4 big projects left.
So that'll be done. And there's no excess weight permits. Warrants.
I would like to make the following motions: that we pay payroll of $714.13 for $5,226.78. Payroll for $721.13 for $4,452.83. For a total of payrolls for $9,679.61. Warrant number 1 for $21,376.56, and warrant number 1 DP for $23.50, for a total of payroll and warrants for $31,079.67.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Is it the timing, the reason why we have this separate $23
No,
warrant?
it's for Department of Wildlife.
But it's
We're
off.
always.
Yeah, it's from the 4th.
Oh,
So
that's
it didn't
right.
get picked up in the last
Okay,
one,
that's
and I
what I was
didn't
just-
want it to be
That's right.
overlooked.
Yeah, okay, I was just curious about why they were.
Because it was processed, it was actually processed after the 4th, but it came out of our bank account on the 4th.
Mhm. And Hoyle Tanner and Associates project definition, is that Green River?
Yep. Part of the grant.
Don't put your name on that.
Sorry,
Paul.
I'm not passing, I should have been.
Here's this big, this is the. I'll be looking at it separately. Lily Tessitore said, I saw you on TV. I said, oh, it wasn't me. She said, you're just passing papers. I thought,
Sounds about right.
yeah.
I've had several people say that lately. I saw you on TV.
I mean, we get some more levity in that
I
meeting.
know. I don't know. Maybe they watch us because we have lots of levity. Maybe we need a special button like Vernon.
Maybe, yeah, well, yeah.
We can just
yeah,
turn it on and
make
off.
Something controversial, so that Mike will have something to put in the reform.
Scandalous. And then you guys can what, retract it or rescind it or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Move along.
Sorry. We've had cupcakes. Do you want me to just blow through communications?
Just blow right
We
through
just talked right
communications,
about
yeah.
Tanini and Del Greco approved wastewater permit. We'll wait on that. This is
And it's wastewater, but it's for,
it's for water.
It's for
Yeah,
water.
because by you have
Yeah.
to amend it
Yeah.
because it affects wastewater.
okay.
This is the Boyd Farm Tower. It's
Okay.
the visual kind of imaging that they did in showing what.
Oh, for the cell tower?
I want to see where that's
Yeah,
going to
it's
be.
kind of interesting. They kind of superimposed
Oh, that's going to be right by the barn, so yeah.
what it would look like
Uh-huh.
based on the measurements that they took.
Yeah.
They
Oh, I
have
see.
photographs.
Yeah,
You want me to hold it up?
yeah. That's. I thought it was going to be. Yeah, Mike wants it.
I would like to see a, you know,
Okay. Mike, here.
I
Are there
feel like
other
I'm on a
Cupcake frosting under my finger. It's just kind of superimposed.
I thought it was going to be down in the woods.
So, I mean, there are other images if you wanted to take a peek. It was pretty interesting. This is just a public notice for authorization to discharge stormwater runoff by the way station on the interstate.
Oh.
Dispose, propose for issuance, state of knowledge, blah, 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 for the discharge of stormwater runoff from Guilford Way Station, Vermont to an unnamed tributary of the Mill River.
Oh,
This means of treatment includes a wet swale.
it's
That's
going down in the Massachusetts anyway.
yep. We have no objection.
I just
Vermont League of Cities and Towns, every year you can nominate Municipal Service Award or the Legislative Service Award. That's the person who at the luncheon gets up and says thank you and gives a like long speech. Town Fair.
Don't wear new shoes.
yeah.
Shall I just hand that your way? Because I
Yes,
don't
I
remember.
definitely know, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would like to go to Town Fair? Anyone?
I don't know. Let me take a look at it and,
Let me know,
Okay.
and I will register.
Somebody has to go to actually go to the meetings, you know that.
yes, I know that.
Yeah. My job is
To just get gifts.
Yeah, he just
to
goes.
get to bring
Pick up
back
free
stuff.
items and get.
I'll let you know. Let me take a look at this.
Okay. There will be a field trip, just so you know.
Yeah.
And then last but not least is the VLCT news, which I think you might all get an email.
Yep.
Yes.
But I didn't know if you noticed what was the cover story.
Ooh.
right there.
Oh,
Back to black, and embezzled.
did they
Guilford.
cite us?
Guilford.
Are we on there?
Just for the municipal one, not
Oh,
the
there we-
private
okay.
one.
Yeah.
They're actually,
But really, what the article is about is the league's insurance, and, that
And how it
we
helped
were-
us.
yeah, exactly. It's some good self promotion for themselves.
Well, they deserve it.
They do. They do.
They helped us out a huge amount. I'm
Absolutely.
very grateful.
Insurance is a good thing to have.
Yeah.
So
And that's one of those interesting things when you think about
See
if
the deer in too.
if we consider dissolving, which I hope we're going to figure out how to have a discussion about the fire district.
Yep.
I mean, we were lucky. I mean, I'm just glad that they were on our insurance anyway.
absolutely,
But
absolutely.
there's actually some meetings on there, effectively.
oh, good. Well, maybe me too. I haven't been in a while, as you know.
Sexual harassment and the work, and respect in the workplace. I mean, I've had some man in crammed down my throat, but you know, they change in so
Well, the
much
law
every
changes pretty
day,
frequently.
every day.
Well, also, I read that the whole. I read that Commons article about the co-op thing, and there was all this about employee bullying and stuff. And I thought,
Oh, I know.
that was upsetting. Anyway, that's interesting that they, I mean, there are other municipalities that had embezzlement. Are we the only ones featured in here?
No, I mean they talk about others.
Like
That one
Ira
might be
and-
the most recently in the headlines is all I can think of.
Okay,
So it's a little fresh.
Part
on
of
my
it.
brains.
there was
That was
wasn't
a
it
huge
Ira
one.
that was a huge one?
Yep.
Ira was a huge one.
Anyway,
Or Irisburg. I don't know.
Irisburg,
I,
I thought-
I
yeah.
can't remember.
Yeah.
Something with Ira.
Thank you. I had one other thing I just wanted to check about, which is we had that meeting with the team of people from the state and the
V-Trans.
district about V-Trans about safety on Route 5.
Mhm.
And then since then, Gary Swindler, who's just a member of Friends of Algiers, said, hey, I have a good friend who is
Yeah, Mario.
Mario, what is Mario? Anyway, and he said, yeah, we definitely got to do something about safety on that Route 5 Center Road area. And I said to Gary, well, does Mario have the authority to act on his own, or are they going to involve the town? Or it was interesting. I was curious
He
about
had come down
process.
before.
Okay.
Mario will do the same thing that Dan did.
It's a different Mario. It's a different Mario than the one that you're.
Not the one with the Dutch accent.
The French last name.
Yeah.
Different one.
Different Mario.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. Shocking. It's
So-
not a very popular name.
So at any rate, regardless of his visit, out of the big visit that we had, is there any kind of next step
There's no real outcome from that.
Mhm.
That's more or less
in educational?
and documenting process so
Okay.
that when the time comes.
So if there's going to be a next step, we're going to take it. Is that it?
I
I'm
don't
just
know
trying to-
if I think
I
it's
don't know how that actually works.
Yeah.
I think it's just continuing the conversation and us consistently and continuously
How
bringing it up so
Okay.
that maybe when
Yeah.
they're doing the
I-
bridge.
I think that we need to sit back and let things cook out.
Sure.
Get
No,
the
I think
bridge
you're
done
right.
and put some sort of pedestrian signs up that I saw somewhere the other day coming into a district where the people would be walking.
Thickly settled or whatever.
Yeah, and not jump on this, we're gonna get the state to spend millions of dollars. to
The
put
state's not going to
across
spend
the
any money. They were very
road.
clear
That's
about
it.
that.
It's gonna
So
be
they
us.
said,
Yeah.
sure, we could do that, you're paying for it. Yeah, we
Yeah.
could do that, you're paying for it.
Exactly.
So that was very clear.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things I kind of got out of that, and correct me if I'm wrong, was that we could budget for 2 signs that had the speed.
Yes.
You are
So,
going
Yeah.
this, like Green Street has, is that your
Yeah.
venture?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
we could budget for those in the next fiscal year, and if we bought them, the state would install them.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Those were
That would
I
be.
think that's a first step.
That would be, yeah, and somewhere in my travels the other day, there was some yellow pedestrian signs that caught my eye and made me start reading.
I noticed, because we've been talking about this, I was on the interstate this weekend, and they were like, speeding, slow down, and I thought, this is not effective for me at all. I don't know why. I was like, I've just been thinking about what speaks to people, and the guy, Dan, had said to us, flashing yellow lights, people ignore them, but I thought those, the speed limit's 30, you are going 45.
Yeah.
That does catch one's attention.
Yeah, it does.
So anyway, I was just curious about next steps. I'm not saying let's jump the gun, and I know they were
I know,
clear. We're paying for everything, but I just
Yeah.
didn't know what the next step.
What is the one they have on Green Street?
I think it's solar powered.
It is.
It
And
is.
it says speed limit 25, your speed,
Yeah.
and it's
It's an eye catcher.
yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
if you
And
if
boy,
you go
you-
over the speed limit, actually, if you just don't go on Green Street and turn like you're
It's
going down High
still-
Street, it'll still catch it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it flashes red if you're
Yeah.
going
Well,
over
see,
the
the
speed
one
limit.
that the sheriff department's gonna put out here has the blue light on it, if you're over the speed limit.
It's public humiliation. It's a means of public humiliation.
Well, it is, but it really
it's very
it's-
effective.
It's kind of like it's self-awareness. You can't pretend you don't know that you're
Sure.
speeding when you're looking right at them.
Yeah.
Anyway, just curious about that follow-up.
Yeah.
And I guess that's it. I couldn't think of anything else we needed to follow up about at this
I
particular
mean,
point.
Katie followed me up the center road today. I didn't break the speed limit.
I
You were
saw
actually going.
You couldn't keep up with me, but
Well, I guess if
I blew past you on the dirt road because I know I can drive 35 miles an hour on the dirt road.
yeah.
I make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
I'll take it.
Aye.
Aye.